God bless you for being here on our another Kingdom Concept episode entitled A Real Christian Starts Dead. That's in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verses 14 through 21. Why in my pilgrimage over the last 40 years, I considered what is wrong. Why do church members sit in their pews and talk about God's love, about God's conditional love and grace and going to heaven? When Jesus said, "Deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me." Where is this work? Is this something different? This idea, deny yourself and take up your cross and follow me, is this have anything to do with Christianity, or it has to do only few people in the church? And certainly it's refer only to the few people that are doing it. So where does it fit? Is it part of salvation? Does it fit in the 4 steps of salvation? I'm a sinner, I can't save myself. Christ died for my sins, and I accept that, and I'm now on my way to heaven. Where does it fit? Where does it come in? You must deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow Jesus. Where does it fit? And I thought about this. I cannot get it together. Those who are teaching, and as an educator, you teach and test. You teach and test. And the rest of it is superfluous, excess, or extra. But that's fundamentally how people learn. You teach them, and then you test them to see the success of your teaching. And then in terms of results of the test, you teach them again, and then you teach them again. That's basically 90% of instructions. And by the way, that's what God does to us. You want to know why you are experiencing the things you are experiencing right now? God is testing you. He is teaching you, okay? And then He will test you. He is teaching you and me, and He will test you and me. That's what your life and my life is all about. And you make real progress if you keep your integrity. But if you go following the least resistance, you just get old and die and nothing would happen. But if you have integrity, you take the bitter and sweet and keep honest and pray. God will send things to your life that teach you, and then He will test you. See if you learn it. And in terms of how you responded, it will teach you again. That's what our life is, and that's an education. I ponder how in the world can people sit in church for 40 years and not learn what blessed thing. They don't know anymore at the end of 40 years than they knew when they started. Sad to say. As an educator, that's an interesting phenomenon, isn't it? If you try to talk to them about the tabernacle of the congregation, which probably has more chapters devoted to it than any other subject in the Bible, is half of the book of Exodus, the tabernacle of the congregation. What? What are you talking about? Do you read your Bible? Oh yes, I have a devotional plan. Well, I'm talking about the tabernacle of the congregation. What is that? Now, if you run a school like that, they went to school for 40 years. Can you imagine going to the first grade for 40 years? Wow, and do not learn anything because you come out and hold the book, and you took the book in the shelves, and after a year in the first grade. Wow, that's what is going on. Education today is some areas, okay, but that's the way churches are. As an educator, you ponder what dynamic is missing. What is missing? How come? After a year of attending church, you must be much better person. You change. Our vile temper begin to drop off. It is a process. Their lust begins to drop off. They begin to tell the truth. They become forthright and all kind of things. And at the end of the year, man, they have really become a new creature. But instead, I have been around all Christians. I mean, they may be in the nursing home or in the church for many years and have been there all their life. And they are still full of jealousy and envy, backbiting and hatred. You name it, everything. Maybe you haven't had that experience, huh? Has anybody in the house or watching have that experience at all? And ponder, how can you go to church all your life and not change? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Are you ready? You ready? Because we're preaching Christianity as though it were one of other religions. That's the reason. They don't grow on the other religions either. We say, come to church, speak up our language, support the institution, be loyal to the institution. Maybe it includes the catechism, whatever it is. Just get the tenets of our group and help us with the parking lot and the other needs we have. You'll be fine. And there's the Christian religion. But it is not Christianity. It has nothing to do with Christianity. It is a man-made thing. It is an imitation of the other religions of the world. The true Christian experience is when you're baptized in water, not to become a member of a church. However, you are baptized, whether it's by immersion or sprinkling, whatever, that is not the issue. But you have to realize that when you're baptized in water, you are dead. It says that one died for all, and therefore all died. Now you see, you can't be an average church attender and buy that. You're not gonna buy it. You will say, I don't care if the Bible said that. It doesn't make any difference. I've got my life to live. I don't mind going to church. I don't mind being called a Christian. I don't mind praying and reading my Bible. But you've gotten into something there that I am not going to accept. I'm not going to accept it. You're asking me to count that my life is over? I won't do that. I've got plans, I have goals, I want to do great things with software and sales, with my career, military, or politics, whatever. What I'm talking about applies to men and it applies to ladies equally. And it is the key to Christian discipleship. And without it, you're just a member of a religion. I made this decision for myself. So I'm not telling you use something I haven't done or am not doing, okay? I have a lot of hobbies and talents, goals and plans that I was interested in. And you say, that's rotten. You have to give that all up? I gave it up in my heart. And I said, Lord, if that's the way it is, if I'm crucified with Christ, with you, and from now on, it is you who are living in me, and then that's what I want. If that's how this thing works, Lord, then that's what I want. I don't want to walk around like Ephraim, half-baked. I don't want to be half in and half out. I want to do it right. I don't want to be phony. I don't want going to church because people think I am nice. I don't want to be a Christian because it is a thing to do or because of peer pressure or anything else. I want to know reality, Lord. I want to know what is real in this world. And I don't want anything short of it. Because to wander around and say, well, I think I like to be a Christian, I'm willing to do this and that, but I don't know about the rest of it. man, you're lukewarm. And you know how that goes. Maybe I'll watch my favorite episode today at Netflix this morning. I'd like to convey to you this morning that maybe there's someone watching me at this moment that you want to know the reality of discipleship. It is not like just being just a church member. It is coming to the Lord. It is coming to the Lord and saying, Jesus, I am taking my place with you on the cross. And all that means I am in for the duration. I mean the whole duration through your grace, Lord. But if you say, I'm going to try this, and then next week, back out if it doesn't work, no, Lord, I want something real. I don't want to be a phony. Well, you say, that sounds pretty grim or cruel or harsh. And say, there goes my romantic ideas. Let me tell you something. You follow your romantic ideas, and you will be like the most of the people in the world. A yo-yo. You will be high one day, and you will be down the next. And that's the way it is. You're way up there, full of romance one day, and you hear the song, you fall in love. Today is Heart's Day. You're hearing beautiful music. And the next day, boom, something happened. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend say, I don't need you any longer. Down you go. Because there was nothing to it in the first place, but just a romantic experience. It may come and go. Oh, Cupid, he shoots his arrows and he has fun doing it. But human beings suffer the delusion. Many people are frying their brain. Why many people making so many mistakes? Have you noticed that? You go to the bank, they make a mistakes. You go to the post office, they make mistakes. You order something, they make mistake. Everybody is making a mistakes. Have you wondered why? Have you wondered why? The worst part of it is that if now you're in the hospital, amputate the wrong leg, remove the good kidney. Why is that? We have a theory. No one else has advanced this. Okay? So we better call it a hypothesis. Okay? Hypothesis. And this is it. That when you sit and watch television, you're neither thinking nor not thinking. Either of the ones. If you are not thinking, you could be asleep and gaining benefit. Or if you're thinking, you're doing something positive and building neural pathways. But you know what is really happening? It is frying people's brains. That's it. Our brains being fried. They go to do something and their mind is distracted. And they are looking around. The first thing you know, you got a couple of mistakes. Have you experienced that? You have to do the banking for them. You have to do post office thinking for them. You have to do everything for them because their brain is fried. So much for fried brains, okay? That's where you will be tonight. Frying your brain, but if you are here, listening to me, I will yell at you some more, okay? Be patient. Now, what I'm saying is very simple. It doesn't take great brain to figure it out. To be a true Christian, you have to start dead. You have to say, it's all over. Christ died for me, and therefore I'm dead. So now I'm gonna live to Him and for Him. It's not grim or cruel or harsh. It isn't grim. It's different. I dare say, speaking for myself, I made this commitment years ago. My life has just been good as anybody else. I have just much fun, just as much joy, because the Lord knows what He is doing. Hey kid, God is not out there to make you unhappy. He is out there to save you from yourself. So just being a crucified man and woman living by Christ doesn't mean I haven't done foolish things, the same as you, because I have. But they are going somewhere. I'm learning. God is teaching me. See? I didn't follow all my foolish dreams because they only wrecked me. But instead, I did two smart things in my life. I married my wife, Karina, the most beautiful woman in the world, and I served the Lord. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this episode helpful, please hit that thumbs up button and share it with your friends. And then don't forget to subscribe to the Church Front channel so you don't miss out on any of our latest videos to help you grow yourself spiritually and grow your church as well. God bless you, and I will see you on the next one.